Bruh, it's not even the gosh darn trade deadline yet. We've got like 12 hours. Why are teams doing this? What? John Carlson has gotten traded to the Ducks. Oh my god. That's a superstar defenseman on the move from Washington. What's next? Alex Ovechkin? Dylan Strome? We thought the Capitals were already in quote-unquote seller mode because they traded away Nick Dowd. Oh yeah, that's right. The Caps are sellers. They're trading away Dowd. Yeah, no, they're really sellers. They traded John Carlson to the gosh darn Ducks. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I thought this was going to be the last video that we made of the day. Logan Stanley and Luke Schenn over to Buffalo? P.U. That's a smelly, insignificant trade compared to John Carlson going to Anaheim. A conditional first in either 26 or 27, as well as a 2027 third. Or, no, excuse me, a 2027 thid. That's the trade return for John Carlson, a legend in his own right, one of the best defensemen in the league for multiple years, this generation. This guy has been a legend of Washington, and now he's a Duck. Goodness gracious, look at this, eh? John Carlson's all-time ranking amongst Capitals defensemen. He's first in games with 1,143. He's first in goals with 166. He's first in points with 771. He has a 297-point lead on the second-place guy. Who would that be? Mike Green? And then Cups. He's got one. Tied for one, of course, because the Caps only have one, period. But yeah, he's the Capitals' greatest defenseman ever. And he just got traded at 1 a.m. Dude, it's way too late. What is going on over here? Frank Saravelli tweeted this out as well. John Carlson getting traded from the Caps to the Ducks at 1:11 a.m. Eastern on deadline day is jaw-on-the-floor shocking. It's the end of an era in Washington. After 17 years and 1,000-plus games, Carlson holds pretty much every Capitals defense record. Ah, what a great tweet. So, take a look at this. Elliot Friedman went out there and posted the conditions of the first-round pick in this deal. The conditional first-round pick shall be Anaheim's 2026 first-round pick. If Anaheim fails to qualify for the 2026 playoffs, then Anaheim will retain its 2026 first and shall instead transfer its 2027 first to Washington, subject to the option below. If Anaheim fails to qualify for the 2026 Stanley Cup Playoffs, then Anaheim shall have the option to transfer its 2026 pick to Washington instead of their 2027 pick. To exercise this option, Anaheim shall notify Washington of the option exercise no later than immediately after the selection of the draft pick preceding Anaheim's first-round pick in 2026. So, that's a really specific trade stipulation. And I think essentially what that means is there's probably a prospect in this year's draft that Anaheim likes a lot, and they're thinking to themselves, all right, well, if we miss the playoffs, then we might actually have a chance to draft that guy, and we really want to do that. So if we end up sending our pick unprotected over to Washington, then we lose the chance to do that, so we will retain our rights to be able to keep our draft pick. But if the guy that Anaheim wants to draft gets taken, even just one pick before Anaheim picks, then the Ducks can go out there and say, okay, actually, Washington, you can take our pick. There you go, just take ours. We'll keep our 2027 pick. You can take our 2026 pick. Our guy's not there anymore. Like, look at the timeline here. To exercise this option, Anaheim shall notify Washington of the option exercise no later than immediately after the selection of the draft pick preceding Anaheim's first 2026 pick. that's all assuming they don't make the playoffs. So Anaheim, they are really tightening their bases, making sure that they're not going to get screwed over into not being able to take whomever it is that they want if they miss the playoffs. But with that said, it's a first and a third for John Carlson. Like, if anybody was going to go out there and try to predict what John Carlson would have gotten in a trade, heck, the idea of him even getting traded in the first place is so out of this world. 36 years old, 6'3", 216, right-handed defenseman, $8 million a year till the end of the year, no extension. Yeah, I mean, he's making $8 million a year for 8 years because he's John freaking Carlson. He's just that good. And he's got 46 points in 55 games this year. Yes, he's missed some time due to injury, but John Carlson, he is and he always will be a stud. Just look at the continued production he has had with Washington ever since 2010. All the way into the mid-2010s with Norris nominations and point-per-game campaigns, Stanley Cups and others. John Carlson has been a total beast for Washington. And slowly but surely, the empire around Ovechkin is starting to fall. From Dylan Strome, okay, no, not Dylan Strome, sorry, wrong center playmaker in my brain. From Nicholas Backstrom to John Carlson to Braden Holtby, all the pieces that Ovechkin had surrounding him. Seems like they're all finding greener pastures. Not even to say that the Anaheim Ducks is like, oh, John Carlson's going over to an amazing team. Like, okay, the Ducks have a pretty good decor, but you take a look at what's going on over there in Anaheim. They're kind of rubbed up in there too. I mean, they're comfortably in the second Pacific spot, but you take a look at some of these other teams, you know, like Seattle is just 4 points back. San Jose, they are just 7 points back. It's not a super comfortable lead, especially with the idea that Anaheim could potentially fall out and into a wild card. But the Pacific is so bad that this might just be a really good opportunity for John Carlson, especially leaving a Washington squad that admittedly was super close to making the playoffs anyway. I mean, they're only 4 points out themselves, but with the Dowd trade, now with the Carlson trade, it seems like they're making their intentions fully known. This Washington Capitals team, they want to sell. They do not care about the playoffs this year. Heck, John Carlson could become the ultimate hero in Washington. Let's say he goes over to Anaheim, they have a run, maybe they make, I don't know, the finals or whatever, maybe they win a cup, who knows, it's possible. Jacob Trouba and John Carlson together, look at the leadership on that team, Radko Gudas not to mention. Let's say John Carlson goes to Anaheim, he plays his heart out, Honda Center gets a cup, and then he signs back with Ovechkin and the Capitals in the offseason. What would that look like? John Carlson is such a cap-for-lifer that I honestly would not be surprised if he would have been able to sign back with Washington next season. He's only 36. Like, this is still a very effective NHL player. He also had to waive his actually, I don't know if he had to waive his modified no-trade clause. He only has a 10-team no-trade list. It's possible that Anaheim wasn't on his no-trade list, so that's probably why this trade was able to get done so late at night. I doubt they ended up calling him at 1 a.m. in the morning. Hey, John, we want to trade you to Anaheim. Can you accept? Like, no. No. With that said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel about Anaheim trading for John Carlson in the biggest move of the trade deadline? Biggest move. We're not counting Panarin. That was from a while ago. This is the biggest move by far. Thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.